Okay, welcome to the First Watch Dice rules. In First Watch Battle Training, the objective is to defeat the battle deck before you run out of Light Raider cards. In this game, we have an attack phase, a defense phase, and a giving phase. And we'll have a couple of discard piles. I think we'll put our discard piles around in this area, and we'll put our victory piles right in this area right here.
We start by laying out a number of battle cards equal to the number of players plus 1, and then we divide up the battle cards based on which one of us thinks they will be able to successfully claim each specific card.
So looking at the cards in this case, I think I've got the best chance of claiming the Master of All card and the Spider Lips card. I think I can say the Spider Lips verse from memory, and I've got a matching suited Faith card so that I can attack the Master of All verse card. What do you think about the Neighborly card there?
I don't have a matching suited card, and I don't know the verse, so I can try to use a strike attack, which is just a roll of the Starlot.
So Cindy's demonstrating the strike option in the attack phase, which is rolling a Starlot. A 7 or better means you can claim the battle card, but she rolled a 2, so the battle card now stays in play. I'm going to kick off my part of the attack phase by demonstrating the command option. I know the Spider Lips verse offhand, so I'm just going to say it from memory. Proverbs 12:22. Lying lips are detestable to the Lord, but faithful people are his delight. Proverbs 12:22. So if I flip the verse over and check it, yep, I got it right, and so I successfully commanded the enemy to flee. But in this case, I can also do a parting shot with the Starlot and see if I can claim the battle card. Unfortunately, I rolled a 2, so I don't get to claim the card, but I still said the verse correctly, so it goes on the bottom of the deck. For this one, I'll use the Stand Firm option and recite a matching suited verse from my hand. Hebrews 11:1, now faith is the reality of what is hoped for, the proof of what is not seen. Hebrews 11:1. Hebrews 11:1, now faith is the reality of what is hoped for, the proof of what is not seen. Hebrews 11:1.
You said it correctly, so you get to claim the battle card, but you have to put the Light Raider card with it, and you also get to pre-block any one remaining battle card in play. Do this by turning the battle card sideways.
I also get to draw one more Light Raider card, and that brings us to the defense phase, but since the one remaining battle card is already blocked, we just move on with the rest of play and we turn it back to its battle position. The next round begins, so we lay out the battle cards, and again we lay out a number equal to the number of players plus 1, and since there was a previous battle card already on the board, we've now got 4 in the field, so the danger is growing. So as before, we start by strategizing, and we're looking at the different cards here, and we are determining which ones we think we can attack best, which ones match suits that are in our hands, so that we have the best chance of eliminating all the battle cards from the field.
For my first attack, I'm going to use Stand Firm, which means I recite a verse from a card in my hand using flash memory that matches the suit of the battle card. Treasure Chest is a self-control card, so I'm going to use the Sound Judgment verse, which is also a self-control verse. 2 Timothy 1:7. For God has not given us a spirit of fear, but one of power, love, and sound judgment. 2 Timothy 1:7. 2 Timothy 1:7. For God has not given us a spirit of fear, but one of power, love, and sound judgment. 2 Timothy 1:7. I got it right, so I get to claim the battle card, but I have to add the Light Raider card to it. I also get to pre-block any one card still on the battlefield.
Based on what's in front of me and the cards in my hand, I think I've got the least chance at No Bitter Sleep. So do you mind if we block that one?
Let's do it.
For my attack phase, I'm going to start with the Neighborly verse. I don't have a matching suited card, and I'm not confident that I can say it from memory, so I'm going to use the strike option and roll to see if I can get 7 or better and remove it from the field. So here we go. Out, I rolled a 5. Since I didn't roll a 7 or better, that means the Neighborly card stays in play. And while I'm at it, I'll go ahead and do my attack against the No Bitter Sleep card. In this case, I have a matching suited card in my hand, and so I will try to say that from flash memory, and again, that is the stand firm option. We're going to use a kindness card, the purple card, and this one is show his kindness, Ephesians 4:32. So here we go. And be kind and compassionate to one another, forgiving one another, just as God also forgave you in Christ. And be kind and compassionate to one another, forgiving one another, just as God also forgave you in Christ. That's Ephesians 4:32. So here we go. Ephesians 4:32. And be kind and compassionate to one another, forgiving one another, just as God also forgave you in Christ. Ephesians 4:32. Okay, so that means I get to take the battle card from the field, but I have to put my Light Raider card with it. I can block the neighborly card so we don't have to defend against it, and I draw a new card and add it to my hand. That addresses both the battle cards in front of me, but we still have one battle card left on the table.
I need to deal with the foot stomp card. I'm going to use the strike option, which means I need to roll a 7 or better. Here we go. I rolled a 10. That's an achievement.
When you roll an achievement on the strike option, you get to draw a new Light Raider card in addition to removing the battle card from the board. The neighborly card is still blocked, so now we begin a new attack round, and so we draw out, again, a number of battle cards equal to the number of players plus 1, and that ends up with 4 total battle cards on the board.
With another round of strategizing, we'll determine which one of us should address each battle card in play. We do this based on which verses we think we can say from memory, or which verses match the suits on the cards in our hands.
All right, my turn. I'm going to use the strike option against the one mind battle card. So here we go. I have to roll a 7 or better. Let's see what happens. Oh, no. I rolled a 1. That's a mishap. Okay, a mishap during a strike option means one of your Light Raider cards has to get discarded. So I remove a Light Raider card from my hand. And also the battle card that we were rolling against stays on the board. And so that's one that potentially can get us during the defense phase. Okay, it's time to address that neighborly card that has been sitting in the battlefield for most of the game. And I think I do know it. Matthew 22:39. The second is like it. Love your neighbor as yourself. Matthew 22:39. So let's flip it over and see if I got it right. Yep, there it is. The second is like it. Love your neighbor as yourself. Matthew 22:39. So I succeeded with that command option, and the card would normally go to the bottom of the deck, but we get a parting shot. I can roll, and I got a 10. So with a 9 or 10 on a command option, I get to claim the battle card and remove it from the battlefield instead of putting it in the bottom of the deck. Successful command option, I also get to draw a Light Raider card and add it to my hand. Earlier, Cindy blocked that one mind card, so there's no defense round again. So this time, we're going to make sure that we don't block any cards during play so you can see what happens when you actually have to have a defense round.
To start off the attack round, I'm going to use command by saying a verse from memory. I'll say the idle threat verse. 1 John 5:21. Little children, guard yourselves from idols. 1 John 5:21. That's correct. I successfully used command. I get a parting shot to see if I can claim the card instead of putting it on the bottom of the deck. I need a 9 or a 10. I got a 7. Ugh, not good enough.
Which means the card flees to the bottom of the deck, and you don't get to claim it, but at least it's off the battlefield. All right, let me adjust the board a little bit, make sure we're still in the shot, and that leaves you with one more battle card for your attack round.
I'll use strike. I need a 7 or better to claim the card. Uh-oh, I rolled a 6. Since my strike was not successful, I can either discard a Light Raider card from my hand that matches the battle card suit to claim the battle card, or I can leave the battle card in play. Since I'm using the discard option, I'll take this He Is Here card and add it to my victory pile. The discard was a sacrifice, meaning I don't get to draw a new Light Raider card.
Now it's my turn for the attack phase, and to address the one mind verse, I'm going to try the Stand Firm option using a matching suited card from my hand and try to say it from flash memory. Hide me from the scheming of wicked people, from the mob of evil doers. All right, let's try that. Psalm 64:2, hide me. You know what? I can't remember it. That means I failed at the Stand Firm attack option. The result is we keep the battle card in play. And since I tried to use the Stealth Party card for the flash memory, I now have to discard it. Now I'll try to go after the Pridefall battle card, and I'm going to use the command option and say it from memory. Proverbs 16:18, pride comes before destruction, and an arrogant spirit before a fall. Proverbs 16:18. So now we will flip the verse over and check and see if I got it right. I did, and that means we can remove the card from the battlefield by either putting it on the bottom of the deck or a successful parting shot. I need a 9 or 10. I didn't get it, so we put the card on the bottom of the deck. That leaves the one mind verse still in play as we move into the defense round. Throughout the game, we've successfully used the Stand Firm attack option to block all battle cards in play, and we haven't had to make any defense rolls. Oh, before I forget, I need to draw one more card from the Light Raider deck because I successfully used the command option. Sorry, back to defense. Because I still have one battle card in front of me, I have to make a defense roll. So here we go. Let's see what happens. 3. Not great. That's a failed defense, so I have to discard a Light Raider card from my hand, and I don't get to replace it. Once again, that's bad because we're trying to claim the whole battle deck before we run out of Light Raider cards in our hand. And that covers all the rules. So hopefully you get the picture, and we'll keep on playing.